In today's episode, we're going to be discussing the fertility sleep connection and why rest is a non negotiable piece of your fertility puzzle. Welcome to the Finally Get Pregnant Naturally podcast, the podcast helping women identify the real reasons you haven't conceived or stayed pregnant so you and your partner can finally grow the family of your dreams. I'm your host, Dr. Katie Wood. Let's dive in, shall we? 3 things you learn in today's episode: how poor sleep directly disrupts ovulation, egg quality, progesterone, and sperm health, why cortisol, melatonin, blood sugar, and thyroid all depend on sleep, and simple fertility supportive ways to improve your sleep without rigid routines or pressure. Now, today's episode is about something that almost no one is talking about as a fertility tool, yet it may be the most powerful one you have, and that is your sleep. And not only is it a powerful tool, it is a free tool. So if you've been tracking your cycle, taking all the supplements, watching your nutrition, timing intercourse perfectly, but you're still struggling and you're not getting that positive test, then this episode might be the piece that you've been missing, because fertility is not created in the hustle, it's created in intentional rest. So let's dive in and talk about why sleep is foundational for fertility. I know that sleep just seems like such a simple thing that it couldn't possibly be the thing that you need to help get you pregnant. But sleep is not a passive thing. Sleep is actually when your body is performing its deepest repair processes. And while you sleep, your body is regulating your cortisol, balancing your reproductive hormones like estrogen and progesterone. It's producing melatonin, which melatonin does play a factor in fertility. It's repairing DNA in your eggs and your partner's sperm. It's regulating your insulin. It's calming inflammation in your body, and it's resetting your nervous system. And every single one of these processes is required for a healthy conception, because when your body is sleep deprived, it's entering survival mode, and reproduction does not happen in survival mode. And even if maybe it does happen to happen, it's not sustainable, unfortunately. And this is one reason why when women have poor sleep, they're often experiencing delayed ovulation, shorter luteal phases, irregular cycles, low progesterone, estrogen dominance, PMS, and anxiety. And then you have men with poor sleep who experience lower testosterone, reduced sperm count, increased DNA fragmentation, and poor sperm health and quality. But honestly, at the end of the day, sleep is not optional. It's biologically necessary for procreation. So let's talk about sleep, cortisol, and how this can impact hormone disruption. So our cortisol follows a natural rhythm. It is meant to spike and be high in the morning and then gradually decrease throughout the day and be lower at night. When our sleep is disrupted, cortisol remains elevated, especially at night, which can block or prevent melatonin production. And melatonin is not just a sleep hormone. It is a very powerful fertility antioxidant. And they have even found melatonin receptors on the ovaries, because melatonin can protect egg DNA, embryo development, and ovarian health. Lower melatonin levels can be linked to higher oxidative stress, which is correlated with lower egg quality. This is especially important for women with PCOS, endometriosis, low AMH, recurrent miscarriage, or advanced maternal age. And when we have darkness combined with deep sleep, we have higher melatonin levels, which can support stronger fertility. Now, this is something that a lot of people probably don't connect. If you have PCOS, or maybe you're someone who has been struggling with your blood sugar isn't only connected with your diet and what you're eating. It's actually very strongly connected to your sleep patterns. And one night of poor sleep can raise your blood sugar. It can increase your insulin, increase inflammation, and suppress ovulation hormones. And when we have insulin resistance, this is directly interfering with ovulation, progesterone, implantation, and egg quality. So, this is why if you're a woman who is waking between the hours of 2 and 4 a.m., you're feeling wired but tired and exhausted, you crave sugar, you feel like you need caffeine to function. Obviously, there is some sort of sleep blood sugar hormone dysfunction going on. So here are some signs that sleep could be blocking or messing with your fertility. Your body is asking for more rest if you are experiencing difficulty falling asleep, frequent waking at night, waking unrefreshed, like feeling like you hadn't even slept 7 or 8 hours, having late night anxiety, racing or ruminating thoughts, nighttime hunger, chronic fatigue, and having afternoon crashes. And these really aren't just sleep issues, they are fertility red flags. So, how can you support your sleep for optimal fertility? This isn't go big or go home. We're not striving for perfection here. You don't need a picture perfect Pinterest routine, okay? All you really need is consistency, nourishment, and a sense of safety within the body. So, one, eating enough throughout the day. Undereating triggers cortisol and nighttime wake ups. So, we really want to be prioritizing protein with each meal and complex carbs with your dinner. And these are going to help stabilize your cortisol and your melatonin. We want to protect and create a bedtime routine. So, your evening wind down time. So, this would include lower stimulation about 60 to 90 minutes before bed. So, no screens, no work before bed, not doom scrolling on your phone. We want to dim the lights after sundown and soften your nervous system. So, maybe taking a warm bath, journaling, doing a meditation or breath work, gratitude journaling is amazing. These can all signal safety to your hormones. And we want to create a sleep supportive environment. So, a cool, dark, and quiet environment. Darkness is going to help promote melatonin production. And again, melatonin can help protect egg quality. And we want to release any pressure. So if you're still working on being able to fall asleep, and maybe you're one who has a lot of racing thoughts in your head, when we're not falling asleep, but we want to, that can create more anxiety and more stress. Trying to control our sleep is just going to increase that. So we really just want to surrender to the process. Maybe you can come up with a mantra or something in your head or count backwards from 100, whatever works for you to really just help your body doze off into sleep. So let's recap what we talked about today. Sleep is absolutely essential for optimal hormone balance, egg and sperm repair, and nervous system regulation. Poor sleep not only disrupts your cortisol, but it disrupts your melatonin, your insulin, your blood sugar, your thyroid, and reproductive hormones like progesterone, which is impacting conception at multiple levels here. And just remember that rest is not laziness, it's not passive. It is a very productive process. We just don't have to mentally think about it. Our body is doing it without us having to think about it. It is quite literally reproductive medicine. So I just want you to remember your body is not broken. It's exhausted from trying to keep up. And when it's deeply rested, it is in a place to be able to conceive. Now, if you are tired of guessing, no pun intended, and you want to know exactly how to optimize and increase your fertility now, especially stepping into 2026, book your free fertility strategy call. There's no strings attached, and we'll build out your personalized step by step plan together. Okay. The link is in the show notes. Thank you so much for listening. I hope you have a gorgeous day, and I'll see you on our next episode, released every Tuesday and Thursday. Are you ready to finally discover why you haven't been able to get or stay pregnant? The Ultimate Fertility Blueprint is a quick, insightful quiz designed to reveal your overall capacity to conceive and help you discover potential root causes and areas to address to improve your fertility so you can finally get and stay pregnant. You'll find the link in the show notes. As a quick reminder and disclaimer, this podcast is for educational purposes only and is not a substitute for medical advice. Always consult your doctor or healthcare provider before starting any new supplement or protocol, especially if you're actively trying to conceive or undergoing treatment.